Hello, my dear student. How are you? Welcome to my physics online classes. Today, there is a very important topic graph. The chapter is motion and time for the class 7. I am going to discuss about graph. So, first of all, we have to understand what do we mean by graph. The pictorial representation of motion which makes idea or concept of motion more clear than the data given. Graph enables us to communicate information in an interesting and visual manner. Depending upon the information to be conveyed, it has many types: bar graph, pie graph, linear and straight line graph. So we have interest in linear and straight line graph because we are studying motion and time. So we will consider here motion or speed. So we are taking here distance time graph. Distance time graph in describing motion. This will describe the motion. By looking over the distance time graph, we can conclude many things over the pictorial representation. We will assume many things. So how we can draw the distance time graph? First of all, we will know that time is independent quantity, and it is very essential that independent quantity is taken on x-axis. So time will be taken on x-axis. Similarly, the distance, depending upon the time, it is the dependent quantity, and therefore it will be taken on y-axis. Now the axis is selected, and on the axis we choose appropriate scales, not too long or not too small, but can utilize maximum part of the graph. पूरे ग्राफ में हो जाना चाहिए, ग्राफ से बाहर नहीं जाना चाहिए. ग्राफ के अंदर ग्राफ पेपर, जो ये पेपर लगी हुई है, इतना ही बड़ा होता है. इतना ही में बड़े बड़े डिस्टेंस का हम लोग स्केल मेजरमेंट यहाँ पे कर लेंगे. वी विल टेक द स्केल फॉर ए लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस, लॉन्ग time in the same page, and so we have to choose the appropriate scale, okay, to utilize the maximum part of the graph to represent the values of distance and time. Distance and time, for distance and time we will choose the appropriate scale. Here is the next point. Fourth point is mark the point on the graph according to the given set of their values. Means the values of distance and time will be given, and you have to mark on the graph, and then after marking, join all the points on the graph. Here I have taken the example of distance and time graph. As you know, the time is taken on x-axis and distance is taken on y-axis, and this is the axis reference from where we will measure axis system, and where the x and y axis cuts, that is called as origin. You have given that in 1 hour the distance covered by the body is 5 kilometer. Here the distance is taken in kilometer. In second hour it will cover 10 kilometer, 5 kilometer more, and in third hour it will cover 15 kilometer from initial point. In fourth hour it will cover 20 kilometer from the initial point. In likewise, we have given sets of 1 hour time and then 5 distance, 2, 10, 3, 15. These are the sets. I have written here given sets of their values. So these are the given sets of their values. First is x and second is y. First is time, second is distance. So time is given, distance at that time, distance is given, and it is marked on the graph here. There will be graph paper. You might have seen the graph paper, and you will take that. You have to write here on the axis that one big small division is equal to one big division is equal to 1 hour. Here one big division is equal to 5 kilometer. This is the scale chosen on x and y axis. So you have to mark this, and then these are the points, and you will do it like this round, and then after it with the help of a scale you will connect all the points. So if the graph, this graph is a straight line. So by looking over the graph, we can conclude that the graph is a straight line, therefore motion will be uniform motion. Therefore this speed will be uniform speed. If the graph is curved, zigzag or not a straight line, then the motion will be non-uniform or non-uniform speed. Thank you.